started hunting for jobs. She picked up her first job application. They met Agent 7, which is technically Agent K9, just solved for K. Seda touched a bow. Now she's the ripe young age of 75, no, 45. They got to watch people executed via hanging, and a familiar voice was heard in Sab's mind. This time, Sab, you hear, "They're here! I saw Corsair again. Seems to be pretty banged up. Probably here on repairs. Haven't seen him since I saw the blue lights." And it's like cut off. Xanpos is the voice.
We didn't even send him the message yet.
No, Sab received the message though.
So out of character, before, because I don't understand this at all, and I'm guessing sending spells are somewhat commonly used and like understood. So can I pick the words that I actually transmit back? So I could say, "Hey, I just got this message. What should I say back?" And that doesn't automatically count against me.
Correct. Yes, you have a minute to respond. And what you do is you just simply concentrate on what you're trying to say. If you're not if you're just talking to somebody, you're not concentrating what you're trying to send.
Okay, so Cyber's going to turn them and say, "We don't need to buy that message. Xanpos apparently just sent me one. So we need to give some kind of reply," and then I'll repeat what you just said to them.
Oh, actually, that's totally fine. Real quickly, as an interruption, I have made tokens for Andrea Cannith, which you can see the least mark of making on his neck. He has a steel ear. He is half elf. He's got piercings and all that jazz. He's got a nice little House Cannith braid piece there. And then Jake Metter. This is the dude you've been mostly talking to over at the inn. And then we'll get to that later. That's a spoiler.
Okay, so he said that it landed in Trollandport for repairs, and then he didn't see it anymore.
It seemed to.
Was it cut off because of the message length, or did it sound like it was cut off for other reasons?
You don't know. Tail could probably find out if she's spellcrafted.
Okay.
Why not?
Well, then do it.
17. It was definitely the spell sending. You don't know what it was through, which means you only have 25 words to send, and he spoke his 25 words.
Okay.
1,000 gold later.
So we need to
Sorry about that. I had to spend
Sorry about that. This whole 25 word thing is just ridiculous. I mean, can you imagine spending this much money for 25 words? 10 minutes later, this is some crap.
All of my retirement is just getting blown away.
Well, how many days is it before we get our weapons?
Roll a 1d4 plus 3.
You said a 1d4 plus
3.
3?
Yep. It's 4 to 7 days.
Dang it.
You get yours in 7 days. Sab, roll yours.
Ooh.
Sab gets hers in 5 days.
I've still got a great axe until then.
Seda, roll yours.
Hero.
And roll separately.
I did.
Roll 20.
So he said they weren't
Roll
there
20
to
is kinda
attack
slow
the
for me.
city.
Roll what?
I said roll 20 is acting a little slow for me.
Oh.
Everything's breaking up.
Okay, Garrett. Roll a 1d4 plus 3. We're trying to see how soon you're going to get your new gun. Or your upgraded gun.
I love that everyone's getting theirs on a different day, except Garrett and I.
No, me and Seda get it on the same day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Apparently a whip is the easiest thing to work on.
Apparently.
I have redacted that, and I've left the 9-ring broadsword instead. Just because all the whip stuff was going to be way OP. And he's already really strong as is. I mean, way OP.
Yeah, we haven't even used his whip in combat, really.
Yeah.
No, you put it on. You set it on fire. That was about it.
Okay,
He can
so
choke people.
Oh, he can do a lot of stuff with his whip. He
So
can also
what
do a lot of
Zampos-
stuff with
what
his
Zampos-
whip.
I know.
Zampos.
what Zampos said was that he saw them there. They're here. They came in, landed for repairs, and he didn't know where they went.
He
He
thinks
thought
that
they
they.
stopped for
Yeah, he
repairs. He
thinks
doesn't
they
know.
went for repair. Correct.
But they're not.
seems-
So they're not there attacking right now.
That's currently unknown. He just sent like the 25 word message.
He
and
just saw the
Okay.
ship
Like,
and he's like, okay.
you
gotta tell
literally
them.
the only information you have is what he said.
Do we know what house is in charge or has the most influence in that city in Trollenport?
The most is the Gnomish house. Let me pull that up real fast. I just had these notes here.
Okay. Guys, what do we want to send back as our 25-word message?
Actually, it's House Civis. I just wrote that on the screen, and yeah, it's House Civis is mostly gnome operated. They are these. They have the mark of scribing, meaning they
Are
basically
those the
do all the
same
communication.
messages we're already at?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just saying. It's like, kind of ironic.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. We're not going to be all armed and stuff for 7 days. So we can either tell him lay low or get into hiding or GTFO out of town. Because there's a good chance they may go after him. Those are our two options, really. Because we can't just go over there unarmed.
We could
And
always
the soonest you can get there is going to be via airship, and that is. Let's see. You guys don't have
how long
anything.
is
You don't
that?
have free transport on an airship. You
Yeah, we can get transport
not
on
an
an airship.
no, not on
Yeah,
an
you
airship.
said we get free
Only-
transport on airship
Thanks
or
for the follow,
lightning
Kitsune.
rail.
Oh,
No, anything
Yeah,
operated
it's on
via
any-
House Orion,
yeah, on any Orion vessel.
and yeah, House Lyrander
And they don't-
currently has all that stuff on lockdown. So what's going on basically is because of the terrorist attacks, everything's on high alert and all that kind of stuff. So the only airship you're going to be allowed to use is a Lyrander airship, and that's going to cost about 1,000 gold to get there in a day. So that's kind of out of reach at the moment. So basically, you're looking at 3 days worth of travel. What's up, Fu?
So we could tell him to basically lay low and contact us if he needs us.
Get into hiding.
Yeah, if he sees a skin or whatnot. Or the black ship. Suspicious things or whatnot.
I would just get into hiding, plain and simple, because they know his name.
Okay.
Get him and his family into hiding.
How'd your kids? How'd your wife?
Yep.
Okay, I've got a 19-word message so far. I'm gonna put it in our chat here.
Sab's like writing down on a small parchment paper. Just. What about this? No. Okay. What about this?
For the last so many words,
That's-
just put our names.
I don't think that he needs our names. We're good.
No.
You know who the sender is. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may as well get every word.
Like you
out
know
for as
them.
much money.
If you know their voice, you'll know who it is. It
We
doesn't
get it for
like say
free. I mean,
incoming message from Zampos.
Yep.
Yeah. So what else? What else should we put? There's 6 more words you can do.
If you can flee with family. If not, lay low. Ill-equipped to fight now. Informing Sharn guards citizens. Lyrider.
We could put where we're at
Thank
in
you, bye-bye.
Sharn. We could put at don't fall in Tavix, and that's 5 words, and that leaves us with 1 word left.
If they can flee and get back over here. Might not be
Yeah.
a bad idea.
If you can, flee with family at don't fall in Tavix. If not, lay low. Ill-equipped to fight now. Informing Sharn guards, Civis, Lyrander.
That works.
Who is the Crimson Guard run by? They're their own thing.
That is not known unless you make a knowledge local or knowledge history.
I could make that.
Do knowledge history, Tay.
Boom! History.
Tay, you don't know. You try and think back
Awesome.
on it, but it is unknown at the moment.
I need to get the
Okay.
PSDs out of my email. Hang on.
All right. So this is the message. We're gonna send that.
So, if you can, flee with family at Don't Fall In Tabix. If not, lay low. It looks like okay, cool.
Is that what we're sending? Garrett, Seda, Tay.
Yeah, sure.
Do we
Garrett's
want
just
to
like
low or
he's just standing there the whole time, just like, man, what do I do with
Find
these? I
hiding
don't
or
have
something.
gun.
I mean, lay low does translate to find hiding, right?
No, it's actually ancient gnomish for take 'em on, head on.
I'm fine with sending it.
Okay. Cool
What
deal.
was this check that you
So-
just made?
She just made herself a
I tried
knowledge
to
check
do
as well.
A knowledge.
Oh.
I didn't do too well.
Okay, that's what I'm sending then.
Okay.
Back.
Fantastic. So you say it in your mind, and it seems for a small moment there's like a brief amount of heat, and then gone.
Oh, my
You know, he
head
didn't lose it. Yeah, and it explodes, and out comes like fluorescent lighting. Your brain just. You don't know what movie that is. You must see it. Kingsman. All right. So you're standing there in House Civis, and they're kind of like looking at you. So can we help you?
No, but you might be able to help patrol in the port. We just got a sending from somebody who we know there saying that the Claws airship landed somewhere in Trolling
Yeah.
Port.
Firo kind of steps up and goes, But
Stop
sorry.
me
so
from
we're-
talking.
Yeah. He after you
Right.
said right as soon as he said something about claw, he kind of like stepped forward and was like, oh wait, sorry. We think we got everything taken care of. Actually, sorry to bother you. And he kind of like gestures for you to come to the side.
All right.
Hey, so we don't know who here is with them. We should probably just kind of be very watchful about what we say. I mean, they did just
Fair
hang
enough.
like 100 people that were just unassuming civilians at the time, right?
All right. We're done here then.
Very
What
good.
are we gonna do then?
Stop braiding my hair. He looks back to Seda.
Fine, leave it messy.
I'm not brushing
Alright.
you out.
Where are we going then?
You're
So
tangled. You're
walk back
getting
outside
tangled,
of the
but you-
dock.
All right. So where are we going next? It is still currently Sunday. It's getting closer
Who are we
towards
gonna
the
talk to, guys?
evening, I believe. Yeah, because you had already seen the execution and everything like that.
So this is the first day after we dropped our stuff off. So
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that's minus
Well,
one
just
day
thinking
on
that-
all of your stuff.
Well, Firu, do you think we should at least let House Lyrander know?
they seem to be chasing those guys down.
Well, I mean, we got the tip from Crimson Guard anyways. They said they seem to be headed that way. I think they already know. I think it's more important for us to watch our backs. Lay low. I don't think that Zanpost would really be in much trouble. If they're there for repairs, they're probably not there to stage anything.
Seb will
Well, they-
basically just
they
like
only
pissed
think
off
they're
at
here for-
pissed off at the whole thing and be like just twitching a little bit, like messing with her axe,
Mhm.
tail swishing a little bit. She's irritated by the whole situation.
Let's go
He is. Well, he says like, nah, I get you, but I mean, if they're gonna stop and get repairs, either one, they already have people there able to do stuff for them, or two, they're gonna get caught there, right? So
I know.
It'd
Well,
be-
they've got enough money to buy everybody off.
he goes, it's pointless either way. Either one, we're vastly outnumbered, or two, they're already screwed.
Go train TC.
And just like that, Sab lets out a whistle and it echoes across Sharn.
Suddenly, TC has gotten some sort of enlargement spell. Swoops down and carries it all.
Or it just stays the same and kind of like smacks Sab on the back of the head.
You
This
damn bird!
Feathers go everywhere, it crash lands a bit, gets back up. Alright, so where to next? You want to go shopping, you said?
No, Seda wants to study that long, hard piece of wood called Lamont.
Okay.
So we're going to the library.
Nothing wrong with the library.
Where are we going? Just give me a
stand out there on
destination.
the balcony
You guys are putting
Seda
Garrett
will
to
go
sleep.
wherever.
Garrett's
Where
just
is
straight up
Garrett?
just drifting off.
He's
He's not
Yeah,
even on
just-
our map.
he's just floating.
Oh,
about.
right, because, freaking...
So Garrett wasn't with us the whole time.
No, he has been. I
Still
just
muted
freaking
once.
didn't pull him from wherever. Where's my...
He just come back
There we
and
go.
Garrett hasn't showered or anything in like 3 days.
Oh, fantastic. I cleaned all the maps today.
Bullets to one side of the room.
I don't know why he didn't get copied over. Where's...
He's just like laying in all of the shells.
Alright, well, I have to...
Bullets. They're so beautiful. His smithing arm is like
There we
twice
go.
the size of his other arm.
Like the Skittles commercial with the
Yeah.
arm
Like
wrestle.
that's
30.
not the usual way.
Go in his room and find him passed out, guys.
My smithing arm's a lot bigger than my shooting arm.
Switch him up every now and again.
There we go.
There
I
you
went
go.
and cleaned up all the maps today, and I accidentally misclicked, apparently.
So, oh, is Seda a small being, or is she still medium sized?
She is just at medium size. I misread some of the effects that it was supposed to have, and she is still considered a medium category creature.
Should her token be the same size as ours then?
No, it should. I'll make it just a tiny bit bigger, but she is smaller than she was. She's smaller than
she's-
both of you. So there, we'll call it
That's
about
pretty
that.
impressive because Tay's like 4'5".
Yeah, she's like right at 4.
Right at 4'2".
Yeah. So
Tay has an armrest now.
Use you as an armrest.
There's
This is
officially somebody
exciting to me.
still in medium category. That's shorter than Tay. It's a rarity, but it's the truth. All right. So what is the official destination?
I don't know, guys. What are we doing?
They might need to shoot things.
TC on the balcony of the library while we're in there studying. Because I want to know more about Lamont as well.
I'm not going to go read books. Firo says that.
You can help him train the bird. Help her train the bird if you want.
If I hear that bird,
You
if I hear that bird squawk one more time in the middle of the night, I'm considering switching to an omnivore.
That'd be quite a step.
Might be worth seeing.
Well, we could always stay home and do a study session.
Yay, with studying.
Yay, the studying.
What do you want to do then, Firu?
What do I want to do right now? Just relax. I don't honestly know what school is or what they do there.
You just said you have no interest in doing what they do at school. You're gonna have to study in books. You're gonna have to read. You're gonna have to learn things, and you're probably gonna get questioned on it.
But they said we were going to go adventuring.
Yeah,
yes, that's
eventually.
part of it.
but you have to do some of the stuff at the school.
Oh, well, this is bullshit. Why the hell did you tell me to sign up?
Expect him to say, "Oh, this is my-"
I didn't tell you to sign up. You don't even know magic.
No,
I don't
he
know
said
why
it
you
to
s-
Seda.
Well, it must be fun.
Fun,
I didn't know what we were doing.
fun reading all day. Okay,
It's not all day.
first
I
off,
wouldn't sign up for all day.
that you're reading like every other chance that I get to see you. You're reading.
Yes, but am I inside?
Celine kind of like
library?
leans over and whispers,
No.
"He's right, bitch."
Etch.
I like reading, but I don't like reading inside a library. There. I went there.
She's got a problem, guys.
You know what? You know what? I've got something that you might want to do, Führer.
Okay.
We're in Sharn. We're in the biggest city anywhere.
Mhm.
There's an entire district of nothing but temples.
Of what?
Temples.
Temples.
Clerics. People who might have a lot of knowledge about spells. Or maybe, curses.
I'm not following you.
Sam just...
Caesar's the smart one out of the two of them. He's the wise one.
I thought
Sam's just like... I mean, if you don't care about the stuff going on, fine by me.
I just helped with the stuff that's going on. I saved us a ton of time traveling to Trollimport.
Sam just sort of looks at Fear and then looks at Seda and then back to Fear and then back to Seda and then back to Fear.
Back to Seda, she's gone. She's on top of Fury.
hey,
I'm on a horse.
Sab's saying that Sada's got another issue now.
Oh,
And,
great. What's wrong now?
Have you noticed she's gotten a bit shorter?
Yeah, we were there for that.
Shorter than me.
Yeah.
Firu, if
And
there's
he
something
kinda
that's bad
blushes
wrong
at
with
that.
her-
I'm still older.
Firu, if there's something that's bad wrong with her from the bow, the people at the temples might be able to figure it out before we would have it
Lamont's
happen.
a nice guy. Why y'all always have to diss
Oh.
on him?
And then you hear.
No one asked for your opinion, Lamont. Don't talk with your mouth full. It's rude.
As-
Oh.
as
I'm
Sam- as
saying-
Sam, like,
You guys
And then-
don't want to try and remove my curse.
why's that?
Bad things happen.
I thought
The-
you said you couldn't remember most of your.
I
most of the
told
things
you I
that
cannot remember my previous owners, but I can remember everybody that I've killed. 3 of them were from trying to remove the curse.
See?
One of them was hilarious, but the other 2
Sam,
was
Sam,
not
Sam
so
sort of gets
fortunate.
up on her tiptoes next to Firu. Come here, lean down a second. Lean down a
To-
second.
to who?
Firu. To Firu.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Fury. He has to take a knee.
As Sam harshly whispers that.
What's funny is
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
Wait,
Can I not hear this, Sab?
You can roll perception.
Sam
Sab-
was leaning real close, trying
Sabrith.
to only whisper it directly to Firu.
Doesn't have to roll
Wow,
anything.
bravo.
So, Sabrith,
Nope.
you, by default, get a plus 20 to this because you were whispering very closely. In addition, there's a plus 5 DC to the noise going on, if not a plus 10. So, neither of you made the check.
That's fine.
He stands up. Oh, right, yeah, okay.
Zeta almost like falls off of him.
Yeah. Garrett,
And Sam's just like,
let's
"Oh
go to the
my
temples.
Let's go to the temple. Yay. Not gonna gun or
It's
anything.
just like
God."
clinging
Firu,
to
I
the
always forget what's the name of the good set of deities.
There's the Sovereign Host, is the main one.
Okay. By the sovereign host.
Yeah, you're not so much a fan of the Silver Flame, so it'd be Sovereign Host.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the flame.
And I remember reading somewhere that nobody, and this is obviously I'm saying it out of character, but I remember reading that nobody ever refers to like, oh, thank the traveler, because it's like considered, oh, if you do that, you might start getting noticed, and then bad things happen,
Right.
or at
Yeah.
least unpredictable things.
Right. Yeah. So they it's a funny religion because like in look at Game of Thrones where they name each one as they go by, as they make their prayer, and in this they're like, I like all of you equally. You're our friend. Thank you for not smiting us today. Not, thank you so much, traveler, for not smiting us, and then smote.
You said I don't do what?
That's a good point. I should do that. All right,
Alright.
so
Let's fly up to
Hope's Peak.
Yes.
My
Uh,
deity
does-
apparently really, really enjoys pranking me.
That's because you have like a sub deity normally. You crazy witches, and you're not
Let's throw
following a
Let's
pantheon.
throw some silver at a skiff operator.
Hose Peak.
But clearly, Chaos was like, hey, let's throw this bow towards Tay. Maybe she'll take it. Nope.
All right. So that's 1 up, 2 out. That's 3 silver. Did Seda and Tael want to go to the school and library and do that?
Sada's going wherever.
Okay, well then
Fury's
never
going.
mind.
Yeah. I was gonna say it won't be that useful if it doesn't go with.
So you guys get up. There's only balconies like for the air skiffs. They like have to rise up, park. You guys get off and then shoo.
Does it make the Futurama noise as they go away?
Of course, as they always have.
Jetsons.
Same thing.
It's close enough.
That's what I
I'm
meant to
happy
say
with
was
it.
Futurama, yeah. Or sorry, Jetsons. Anyways, you have arrived in Hope's Peak. There are several open area, like gardens and stuff like that. And it's, in general, silent. You can hear various hymns. Tail and Seda, if you've cast Detect Magic recently, you can detect that you kind of like walk through this field of magic. And it is, if everybody looks over to their journal tab, there is now a section with handouts filled in it. Cheat sheets, 4 pages of cheat sheets. Actions in combat, conditions and more, spell actions and conditions, areas, and other things. They basically just really quickly help you figure out what your spells and stuff mean, or what your attacks do. Bless you.
Awesome.
I think I muted that one in time.
Yes, but it probably is heard on mine. Let's see. It was a conjuration school of magic. And you can spellcraft to further identify what the spell is. But when you walk through, you can actually hear different hymns from the churches and stuff like that. Tael, you discover that it is a silent spell, most likely a very large zone of silence, so that way you don't hear the rest of the city so much. It's not super powerful. It's enough to just kind of like muffle it like a sound wall.
It's kind of like that.
So as
There was that one charm that was basically going on when we were flying by a skiff
Yeah,
in the middle
park.
of that park.
Same kind of thing, just on a much larger scale.
Basically, like you just walked into a big church.
and
Yeah.
Fear finally sees an area with grass and stuff and just takes off.
He just lays down and just, breaks his back so he can now only look directly at the ground. All right, so if you want to gather information, you can make a charisma-based skill check.
I don't know what we're here to do.
You are in control of Firu. You're here to research
Say
and
this
gather
like
information
what we
on
used
your
to.
Oracle curse.
Do what now?
You're here to gather information on your Oracle curse. Welcome
Why
back,
you
Garrett.
turned it into a weird plant thing?
was Fierce.
Okay. Anybody else want to check into it?
Charisma?
What time in the day is it? You said it's afternoon, right?
Yeah, it's getting towards about 3 p.m.
I just do a flat D20 apparently.
If we wanted to, we could end up taking more time on it.
You can take an hour task around.
We don't desperately have anywhere to be, do we?
That's Zetas.
I'm
Okay.
afraid of
Well,
making a roll because mine's negative too.
You don't have to worry so much. Between the lot of you, you've been able to gather enough information. Actually, between Firo and Seda, you meet an old blind man, and he's walking with a couple of younger kids, and they're all in these monistic robes. And he kind of just, yes, Oracle, yes. You could seek the seers. And he kind of like points. He points directly in the north direction, and he says, "It's the largest temple in the district."
Is he blind?
Yes.
I described him as a blind old man.
Oh, it cut out when you said that.
Oh, okay.
I just saw you doing the stuff with your eyes, and I was like,
Yes,
is he blind?
yes, he is blind.
I will thank him and kick the reins a little bit.
Out of character.
Off
That's her
we go.
conversation.
The reins aren't the reins. She just took one of the whips and like went around the waist and just ow. Put the razor whip back up. All right. Firo offers
Now we're
his
going to the
thanks.
biggest temple.
Yep. And about 15 minutes
The
later,
octagon or hexagon one?
no, it is the large circle, the oval. Or sorry, no, I'm looking too far north. Yeah, it's this one. So about 15 minutes later, you guys get there and see that it has just a big blank eye, kind of.
That's a little creepy. And there's this ripped guy out in front wearing nothing but some
There you
shorts,
go.
and he says, "Are you ready to enter the hexagon?"
I didn't realize how excited and ready you were to say that. You're like, oh, please be the hexagon that they go, and please be the hexagon. Yeah. He's tired, guys. Garrett's tired.
John Cena joke.
All right.
So can you do a history check to see if I recognize that symbol?
Sure.
Who do you worship here? John Cena.
Somebody just
Suddenly
comes
the
by
hymns
and like,
changed-
boom! His
suddenly
name
the
is
hymns
John
changed to,
Cena.
"Da-da-da-da."
Shy Seda recognizes that as an eye.
It's missing the eyelashes.
So you all walk up to it.
Did Tay recognize it?
Yeah, she thinks it's an eye as well.
I got a 20 on it.
It definitely resembles an eye, a blank eye, and it's protruding from the church. Suddenly, a guy wearing a green tunic just comes by and boom, shoots it with an arrow, and you hear a noise. And doo-doo-doo-dee. The doors open up for you, and you can walk
Giant
inside.
invisible spider hits the ground.
Yeah. All right, so you guys walk forward, and the doors open for you, and inside
We
is
must be really good looking.
several people are walking about. Some kind of carrying bowls with a little white rag dripping out of them. Others are simply just kind of like keeping the place clean and stuff like that, but nobody seems to be too disturbed by your arrival, which is very significantly strange because anytime you've walked in anywhere before, it's been all heads kind of go.
Weird look. Exactly like that.
Are they all blind?
Do you ask them? Is everybody here blind? Why do you name yourself Seers?
I don't know. That would would be kind of something Sab would do.
No. You see some of them kind of walking with a limp. Some of them just don't notice you at all. Some do seem blind.
Oh,
Some of them seem
They
kind of
must all be
clumsy.
I know out of character what it is then, but Sab wouldn't know in character. Sab's kind of like, are these clerics? Are these priests or somebody?
They
Sure look like
One of the
Sab's kinda thinking to
younger
herself, they sure
women,
look like a sorry lot for that.
one of the younger women, she has her head shaved halfway, and then it is long white black straight, or sorry, long white straight hair going down her back. Right above her waistline is where it ends, and she looks over. Her eyes have been whitened over, and she says, "No, you have met the oracles. How may we be of service?"
I need help.
As we all do.
Did Seda actually say that?
She smiles and just says, "As we all do."
Seda actually said that?
Yes.
I didn't know that Seda was. Just as an aside, I thought that Seda was only sort of aware of the fact that she was afflicted.
No, she is
come to
fully
knows.
she is fully aware that she's
Okay.
afflicted because she was completely
just at
normal one
times.
day, and then over the progression of what happened, which she hasn't described to you yet, it happened slowly.
But at times, she's not really aware that there's anything wrong with her.
Right.
Okay, so
that's
right now is the
cool.
time she is aware then.
Correct.
Okay.
So
So Sab with her amazing 7 charisma will go, she's growing antlers.
She also seems to be rather tall. She kind of like tilts her head up to where Seda's voice is coming from.
Oh, she's on top of a centaur.
A centaur.
I could just reach out. Oh.
Ooh. Can I just have a few minutes alone? Sphera's like,
She's
no.
actually shorter now than she used to be.
Please let me see how you look.
Aren't you gonna touch my face? No, your abs are
Just
where I
no, just even better. Oh, I'll get there.
Go around first.
I'm taking 20 on this check.
All right.
So, I will.
As he just stands there awkward.
Yeah. I guess I'll try diplomacy.
She goes,
Or, go ahead.
There's a dark one with you. And her head tilts towards Garrett. You.
He's not dark. He's just green.
Hey, seasonally, Doc. That's funny.
And you just stepped out of some water. She goes, no. I'm terribly sorry for your loss.
Garrett's like, I am not okay with this.
No, he's not.
And Garrett's just like, I'm too tired for this. What do you mean?
What'd he lose?
What do you mean?
I don't know what it rolls. Okay,
Oh.
so
You do not know yet. That is most unfortunate. I'm afraid I cannot tell.
Alright, spoilers alert. Bit of that.
Just suddenly, yeah, a red-headed lady just pops out. Spoilers! Pops back in. Whoa! Alright, so what's that check for?
seeing if I can get back on track because that was kind of awkward. And,
Oh yeah, you're about to. That was your diplomacy roll, right? You're about to be like, so can I get some help? Oh. How's kiddo?
And Sab on the other side is just like, man, I wonder if he freaking deserves it for shooting me so many times.
So, is there a reason you came to visit us? Do you wish to join
Yeah,
the
we don't know
Seers?
what's
She's looking directly at Seda when she says this. Do you wish to join the Seers?
What do you
See
mean?
us.
Sada's braiding her hair.
Are you here to submit yourself to the oracles?
I already have.
I am afraid you do not understand the meaning, so that must not be the case.
Can I roll a history check on that? Or knowledge check?
No, you genuinely don't know what she means.
No, I don't. That's why I want to make a check.
No, I'm saying in character. There's no check you can make. This is out of your knowledge.
You could cast one of those read thoughts spells.
I could.
If you have one. I don't know.
I'm
Or
I don't know
those-
what it means, but I wanted to know if you guys can help me figure out how not to die from this thing.
That, my dear, is part of being an oracle. We must learn to live with it and adapt. There is no getting rid of it. Fear cuts in, but I heard that in Zendrick you can find magic artifacts and stuff and things that'll help with it. And she responds back with, that may be the case, but you would most likely just shorten her lifespan by going to such a horrendous place. And
So
what does that
I was
roll
looking
for?
around and trying to see, is there any other oracle in this entire building who looks even remotely like they've got something like Seda has going on?
No. There are some that are like missing body parts and some that are like just really nasty looking, like they're just unclean
But
and
nobody
unkempt
looks like
and
they
all
got
that.
branches.
No, nobody has plants coming out of their body. No.
Well, is there any way to just help me figure out what this is?
That also is something you must find for yourself. We can help if you submit yourself to the oracles.
Can I sense motive on that question?
Yes. You detect no ill intent.
Well, what does that entail? Like, what do I have to do, or what's required?
You must enter these halls and not leave until you are ready.
She's a student at Moorgrave. I don't know if that's really possible.
Then she is not capable of doing such a task.
Well then, Zeta, I guess that got determined for you, didn't it?
That and it triggered. Sada's just like staring off into space right now.
Is there anybody else here we could talk to, maybe?
There's plenty of us here. But I'm afraid we
They're
all
all
have the
the
same
ones-
answer for her
How long
question.
have you been here?
13 years.
Are you one of the longest people who's been here?
No,
Have you been here the longest?
no. What are you doing, Chen?
Staring off into space right now.
Oh, I thought you were doing your crazy thing.
Is there any chance we could talk to somebody who's been here for the longest, if they have time for us, just for a minute?
I'm afraid that the elders will not have time for such a trivial task. Seda, roll a 1d4.
Even if we
Seda seems to get a bit frustrated. Alright, so she has become stubborn and gets +1 to fortitude saves for the next 1d4 hours. That's 4 hours. Alright, so what was that, Sab?
What if we made some sort of donation to your little temple here?
I'm afraid it is now time for you to leave.
Yeah, I'm like,
There has to be some way.
All right, Sam turn.
I have given you the answers you've asked.
I want to speak to your manager.
I'll be
Don't.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. And she turns
She turns around in a circle. Yes.
and she does. She just turns back around and she goes, "Oh, it's you again."
Sab's already walking back to the entrance at this point.
Tay's like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Well, we weren't getting any answers otherwise, except for her little cryptic, "Oh, you either
Do you
join or
not
get
understand
nothing."
Do you not understand how oracles work? That's their
No, I
entire
don't.
premise is to talk in riddles,
still-
essentially.
I'm not gonna tell
Guess
you
what?
anything. You need to figure it out for
Guess
yourself.
what?
Oh, the
what?
stars
They still have-
above.
That sounds basically like, yeah, but they still have to pay for the temple somehow.
Little
Maybe
do
we
you
could at
know,
least gotten a
they
minute
have
with
a
somebody
really
else.
building
They
and
just
a red
always
light
win the
district
lottery,
for
please.
strippers.
Sam's basic intent was maybe if one of the people who's been here a lot longer came by, they might have known exactly what has happened to her, or have seen it before and know whether or not something terrible is about to happen to her, or if it's just
Seb, I
Oh,
need
it's
you to
just-
make
oh,
a
it's
reflex save. As Sandra has
Me?
called it. Sandra said she's an oracle. That means if one of you are going to die, it's in the next 5 minutes. So yes, reflex save.
what is my? Let me find it. Do. There it is.
Are you going to keep a 22?
Yes.
All right, you're struck by a small meteorite. Oh, that was so good. Sugoi.
That would have been turnaround.
Wait for 22 just for
That
a
would have been
gem.
turnaround detecting on that bitch right now. Throw down.
All right, so we got
She called a freaking
We got-
meteorite on me.
good, bad answers. Sandra.
Yeah. So, I'll ask. We'll leave, and I want to see if I could find somebody that knows if there's like a druid.
To love. Sorry, what? Somebody to love.
If there's a druidic enclave or anything around Sharn,
Yeah, it's actually in Hose Peak as well.
maybe they might, because she was studying to be a druid.
Also,
So
I was
when you
gonna
get-
be real confused. I was gonna be real confused if they were doing something to Sab, since Sab, as soon as they said you need to leave, was like, "All right, bye."
Yeah. Sandra has been muted. Okay, so now you guys walk. There's this vast open park, but it's like surrounded by these huge. They're stone pillars, but they are just massive tree structures. Like they've been carved out of stone to look like
That's cool.
trees. And they like spiral up. They're very elven in design, and at each of them there's 2 guards wearing gold armor, gilded armor. And as you approach, they just like deadpan on you and look at Seda and Firu. And one of the guards goes, "May we be of service?"
I'm
Well,
just gonna
diplomacy.
stay that area.
You had to repeat that. You were breaking up.
What were you doing, Ty?
Staring at the beauty that is this area.
Okay.
Oh,
The craftsmanship, holy crap.
I want to see if there was somebody that can help me figure out if this is. Oh, I'm inflicted with something and I don't know what it is. Diplomacy roll because I don't know how to say it. So it's Firu's. That's mine.
You should see a doctor.
No, it's.
Sab, that's a nice ceiling.
Yes.
I can't see anything. Sab's completely blacked out on my screen. Same thing with Seda. What just happened? Everything just went really quiet.
She says, "I'm afflicted with something and I need help." And she rolled diplomacy checks for Firu and herself.
Oh my God, it's
And
20,
the
I'm
guard
like,
said,
"Go to a
Yeah, the guard
doctor,
said you should see a
dumbass."
doctor. This time she sprinkled cayenne pepper.
She wishes to speak with a druid
Did you say
in
that in
hopes
character?
that she may get some knowledge on what may be afflicting her.
That's in character.
Yeah.
No, no,
yeah,
tail.
Is that in character, say?
I don't really want to because I know it's going to be met negatively.
Well, I'll say I'm already looking stupid, so I'll say it.
All right. Yeah,
So what do you
'cause I'm
say?
still staring at the beauty that is this area. You're talking. I'm not having anything to do.
Is there a druid available that can with something?
They can help you out with something. I had to repeat because I'm getting broke up like crazy here for some reason.
Oh.
It's roll 20.
Yeah, it's just roll 20. So he looks you over, and he goes, "Who are you with?"
I'll look back at you guys and ask if you just want to chill out here for a moment.
We can wait.
I don't mind waiting if we need to. If you would like us to come along, if that's all right, I don't mind accompanying you either.
I mean, what enclave do you belong to?
We're students at Moorgrave.
I wasn't speaking to
Soon to be
you.
students. No, you definitely were not.
He looks back to
My
Seda.
pardon.
Would I roll a knowledge history and remember if Belnar had an enclave?
Just double check. 'Cause I do not believe so. Yes, there is one. And since you're not part of it, you can make a bluff check to say it. The main Druidic sect of Vailnar was Sial Mariane. Or Moraine. There we go. Moraine. Sial Moraine. I'm writing it down for you. You can make a bluff check.
Ooh.
Suddenly, rain. He glances you over as you say Sial Moraine. Essentially, what that means is horse watchers. And they were the Velnarian.
I mean, I'm riding on a fucking centaur.
The Velnarin Druidic Order, charged with keeping.
I'm gonna do that.
Keeping-
Like,
yeah.
be like,
Yeah. Like I mean, you made the bluff check, no problem. So he kind of just pauses for a moment and looks over at the guard, and then he leans forward and looks down at another pillar, and raises up his hands like this, and they hold their halberds up, and he holds his halberd up, and so does the guard next to him, and they kind of touch at the air between these two large pillars, and a gold light kind of opens up as if it's like a curtain or a veil, and he says, "You two may step through."
as my stomach growls very.
Noticed.
You shall go through.
All right, you step through, and when you do, you find it unseasonably warm. It's kind of cold. It's basically like November. It's very nice and warm. A
So soon.
humid breeze kind of catches your air or your face. As you step through, they let the veil close, and before you it's dense trees. It's a bit different than what it looked like on the outside. It's actually dense forest, but it's very clean cut grass and everything like that.
Nostalgia is a standard action.
As you step past one of the trees, a branch kind of comes down, and you hear, Hold on, before proceeding any further, I have a few questions for you. And when you look over, there is the body of a woman starting to come out of the tree. And we will go on break real quick. Grab snacks and all that jazz, and then come back.
Dryads are actually very scary. So
I find them
They're
all
coming